Hi, everyone. For this next training video on using DisneyTravelAgents.com, we are going to talk about Walt Disney World and booking a Walt Disney World vacation and the steps that you'll take to do so. So we're going to say that you have a client that has come to you. We'll just go with a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children. They want to go to Disney this June, and they are looking for pricing. So the first step you're going to do after you've talked to them and gotten their dates and all of that, and now you're on Disney Travel Agents to get pricing for them, is you're going to log in. Obviously, you'll get to your nice little homepage here, and you're going to go to the drop-in, which will automatically always default. It'll start with Disney World. As you can see, there's all the other products, and you're going to put in their dates. So we're going to go ahead to June, and we'll do they're going for a full week, the 10th to the 17th. We have 2 adults, 2 children. Ages are 10 and 6. Now, if you know the hotels, etc., that they might be interested in, you can scroll and pick. If you know that they're definitely deluxe resort guests, because that's what they've told you, that you could do that. You can actually have it just be villas come up, etc. We're just going to go ahead and hit find prices here versus specify a specific resort so you can see. Now this page, when you get to this next page, this is going to look very familiar to the consumer site when you get on. So we've put in these dates, and now we have all our resorts that are available, and you can see pretty much everything is. So if we go back up here, if we want to filter it, we can pick filters from here, along with characteristics. Maybe they want a room that tells a story, like the Princess Royal rooms at the Port Orleans Riverside, or the Art of Animation Family Suites. Maybe they want to be near Magic Kingdom or Epcot. So all of these are great options for filtering based on what your client has told you they want. Another characteristic here is that they're on the monorail or on the Skyliner. So for us, I know my clients either want deluxe or moderate, and that they are really hoping to be on the Skyliner or the monorail. So you see, as I did that, I have all these filters down, and I've got the resorts that are available for my dates that match. You might be thinking like, oh, I really wanted to quote them Beach Club and it didn't show up. So you're going to want to clear everything and scroll through and see if, Beach Club's just not available. It might be sold out. It's a popular resort that time of year. Or it could just be that the filters, for one reason or another, didn't pick it up. Beach Club doesn't get picked up with Skyliner, even though the Skyliner is right there. So just be careful of your filtering, because if it doesn't say these things in it, it is going to filter it right on out of the of your options. Okay, so going back up here, maybe then we want to filter and just say deluxe, moderate, and resort location. They want to either be Magic Kingdom or Epcot. So now by doing that, you see we have some different options that popped up, and there's Beach Club, and other options as well. Sorry. So we're going to go ahead and quote them Beach Club. And the pricing that you're seeing right now is just showing what it would be if they, we're doing a room only. That's not the package. So you have 2 options here. You can either click select and then go through and add the tickets on there, or you can go here and hit room and ticket, and it'll populate, but you're still going to probably end up editing those tickets. So I usually just do it all at once at the end. But you can see here, it shows the room. It gives you a little bit of information that the client might like to know about that room. You can see the different categories of rooms will all show, including if it is a villa resort. Even though we picked Beach Club Resort and not Beach Club Villas, the villa options are popping up. You got the deluxe studios and the villas, and then you're going to keep scrolling until you get to the club level. So keep that in mind if you have somebody that want a club level and you're confused, like, wait, why are the villas here? if it's a villa resort as well, this is something new that they've done, is that they're showing the villa pricing in, and same thing if you were to search specifically for beach club villas, and it showed the regular rooms. So just be conscious of that could happen. All right, so they're on a little bit of a budget, so we're not going to go crazy. And the standard views really aren't that bad. Most clients don't care what they're looking at, but you do want to make sure they understand what they could be looking at. So we're going to go ahead and pick this for now and let them know when quoting that there are options for upgrades if they're interested. So once you do that, of course, this is a constant warning until and if we ever get rid of theme park reservation options. So right now I just hit close, and you're going to see there's the pricing before tax. So if they were doing a room only, there would be your total. But of course they do want tickets. They're going to Disney after all. So we're going to go ahead and hit our ticket options. This page has been remodeled in the last couple of weeks. So it's great now that the ticket availability, you can actually click right here and see, what the availability is. If you had somebody doing like more of a last minute trip, and especially if it was going to potentially be over a holiday, this would be an important thing that you would need to look at to make sure that they could have the availability they need. So Disney's going to default thinking that they're there for a week, so they're going to want an 8-day ticket. But these clients want, and they're staying at a really great resort that has a wonderful pool. And this would be if they went on their travel days and everything. So they only want to go to the parks for 5 days. They want a resort day, and their travel days, they're not planning to spend in the parks at this time. Remember, they can always modify and change and add days if they change their mind as you get deeper into the planning process. They want a park hop. They're not really worried about the water parks because they're already at that great resort with that wonderful pool. Now, it is important to note that it's not that big of an increase to go from this to this, which gives them the water park. So if they even think they want to go to the water park one day, this is something you want to talk to them about, because it's cheaper for them to do the Park Hopper Plus option than it is to buy a one-day water park ticket. So we can no longer add Disney Genie Plus service in the beginning anymore, like we used to be able to. But we're going to go ahead and hit continue. That's something you have to explain to the clients, because mine ask all the time if they can add it. Now the next step we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. They want Memory Maker, so you can add that right now. Done. Okay, so now we have all that added on. The big thing here is it's showing add ground. That is only for car rentals. So we really don't do that. Most clients aren't going to want to do a car rental. So that is something that we book either with Mirrors Connect or some of our other suppliers that offer transportation. A lot of clients end up just wanting to Uber or Lyft to the parks. So it really just depends on what is best for the client and what they want to do. This is also the opportunity to add travel protection, but that can be added at a later date. And as we went over in other videos, you can ask them about the travel protection and if they want it. If they've already told you, this is a time that you could add it. Now, one thing I want to show you, this is if you know, okay, they want beach club, or if you know you have a different way of quoting. So we all do things a little differently, but you can click here and do compare vacation offers. And this would be a spot where you could then do price out the same trip for different resorts, and then save that PDF and share the PDF. So I am going to just show you what that screen looks like. So here, I would always recommend hitting duplicate, otherwise you're starting all over again. If you hit duplicate here, then you can just go in and edit. Now, the important thing to note is that it's always going to drop this Memory Maker off. So you're going to have to always add that back on. But you can edit and add different resorts. And then when you're all done, you can hit print, print a copy for my client. and it's loading the preview, and then hit save as a PDF, save, and then you could save it as the Smith family, pricing. And then you can send that to them and they'll be able to see if you quoted 3 different resorts, it would show them there. So that's one thing. And the nice thing is it already has all the pricing and availability is subject to change. You should always make sure that's in your email. So that's one way to do it. Others of us type it out. There's all different ways to do the quote, and it's whatever process you want to do it in. So that's one way. But we're going to go ahead and hit select offer. And as you can see, oh my gosh, I'm close. As you can see, it keeps giving you that warning for the theme park availability. But you can see there's the total and there's your commission. That's another thing we talked about in another training video is commission and how in packages it'll always show. If this client has given you their information, you don't necessarily need the credit card as of yet, but if they've given you their information, names, and etc., you can go ahead and click checkout if you know this is the package that they want. Maybe you've already talked about it. And Disney booted me. So this is the joys of working with Disney travel agents. Their website can be super fun. So hopefully it just takes me back there. Okay, good. That does not always happen. Sometimes you'll be starting from scratch. So hopefully this works and that the site's not deciding to be a stinker on me. But as you can see, this is where you would enter in all their information. Here, their names, you can click that they all have the same last name and enter that all in. If they have a room request, maybe they need a crib, or if they're traveling with another party that you're about to book that room and they want to be nearby or connecting, this is where you would enter that information in as well. So you put first initial, last name, and the check-in date. Then if they have not given you credit card information yet, you can hold for 3 days. And you would just click the I have read and agree and purchase. Obviously, I can't do that because I haven't put in all the information, but that is how you would quote and or book for Disney package for Walt Disney World. Let me know if you have any questions.